Chase, your teammate Denny Hamlin makes a milestone 700th start this weekend. Just talk a little bit about racing him over the years, both as a competitor and now as a competitor and a teammate.
Yeah. I mean, 700 starts is pretty unbelievable, right? Just to be able to be in the sport for 700 starts, but then to do it as competitively as Denny has is pretty impressive. But yeah, it's been fun for me to be able to kind of be behind the scenes now and see what makes Denny so successful. It honestly reminds me a lot of being teammates with Harvick, just their approach to things. So it's been a lot of fun to see what makes him so successful.
And talk a little bit about that approach that you see, that similarity with Harvick.
Yeah, it's just, like Harvick, even the year he retired, right? Like, he's been doing this for 20 years, and he could easily just not be going to the simulator, studying, doing all these things. Like, he's doing it. He's been doing it long enough, right? But he spends more time than anybody, I feel like, on the sim at JGR for sure. It just shows that he's not afraid to work still to this day. He's got a lot of other stuff going on with 2311 and everything else, so it's pretty impressive.
And what did you think of Full Speed?
Yeah, I thought it was cool. It was definitely it's neat, I think, for us as competitors to kind of go behind the scenes of these other guys and see what they're doing throughout their week. Like, I know what I do throughout the week, but it's always neat to see what other guys are doing and their approach to the weekend and things like that. Just even their demeanor and personality, right, away from the racetrack. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Did you learn anything from that?
No, not really. I feel like I know a pretty good amount about everybody, but it's always cool to see kind of more of a peek behind the curtain.
And finally, how are you feeling about your chances this weekend?
Yeah, this has been not a great track for me, but yeah, I go in optimistic. Gibbs cars have been really, really good here in the past, and I've been good here. I just haven't gotten great results. So yeah, I'm just trying to go in with zero expectations, though, truthfully.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, yeah.
Kyle, your former teammate Denny Hamlin makes a milestone start this weekend, his 700th start. Enjoyed you on the podcast with him last week, but just talk a little bit about Denny as a teammate and now seeing him as an owner.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun being the teammates that we were for such a long time, and we still have a friendly relationship. It kind of missed the days of the JGR days with all the great teammates that I had over there, but congratulations to him on 700. That's a big number. It's just means you've been here a long time, I guess, and we'll see how many more come after it, but wish him all the best.
And just one last question, just talk a little bit about the pride that you felt with your brother getting into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, congratulations to Kurt. Amazing opportunity there, and obviously a lot of things that have gone into that. Being in the sport for as long as he was, the wins, the championship, the Daytona 500 victory, everything that he was able to achieve. So a storied career, both on and off the racetrack, and it's neat to see him have that opportunity to get in the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
Awesome. Thank you. Tyler, your team owner makes a milestone start this weekend. Danny's making his 700th start. Let's talk a little bit about the influence that he's had on you, on your career, how he helps you, etc.
I knew him somewhat before I came over to Toyota and racing for 2311. But yeah, obviously, I think my understanding of what he brings to the table, the type of racer that he is, his wealth of knowledge, I've really come to understand that a whole lot better since becoming a part of 2311. So yeah, someone like him, again, he maybe just did a good job of not really overstating it in the years past, but it just continues to blow me away about how good of a job he does at taking notes and just understanding the racing that we do. He really pays attention to the details, and I've been able to lean on that and use some of those details to help me improve as well.
Thank you.
Are you still on video?
Your teammate Denny Hamlin makes his milestone 700th start this weekend. It's a lot of starts, right? A lot of starts.
Yeah.
All the way back to 2005. But can you talk a little bit about Denny as a teammate, working with him, and the kind of influence that he's had on you and your career?
Yeah, so that's a lot of starts for sure. He made his first start in 2005, I think.
Yeah.
Pocono or somewhere like that.
Kansas, maybe?
I was
Kansas, right?
I was 3.
You were
He made
3.
his first start.
So you don't remember it?
I don't. I was still trying to figure out what's going on, but he's been a great teammate to me. I feel like we consider each other family, and I've been with Denny, and he's known me. We've known each other for, I feel like, my whole life and my childhood. So he's something special to me, but also a great teammate, and he's been very helpful to the race team, and his his race team as well, as much as he's been there. So it's been fun, and I've always enjoyed being around Denny. So congratulations. That's a lot. That's 650 or 699 more. It's a lot of them.
Well, you'll make 700 maybe, but you may make 700. You never know.
Yeah, I never know. Maybe. I mean, I'd be very blessed to. That'd be super cool.
Still be younger than he is now.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Well,
Time goes by pretty quick.
How are you feeling about coming here to Nashville and your chances this weekend?
Yeah, I feel very happy. I think it should be really fun. I think we're really strong here. I've been fast the last 2 years, so just got to finish well. We were going to finish good last year. We got caught up in the late wreck, so one of the 50 that were at the end of the race, but I think we'll be pretty good.
Your teammate Denny Hamlin makes a milestone start this weekend, his 700th start. Talk a little bit about having him as a teammate and as a competitor on the track.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a really, he's a huge piece of the puzzle for Joe Gibbs Racing and Toyota. He's a really smart guy, been around obviously a long time, so he has a lot of experience and can really lead, the Toyota group down the right path as far as what we need for car performance and stuff like that.
You both were on a full speed featured quite a lot. Wondering what your thoughts were on kind of watching that back.
I'll be honest, I haven't watched it back, so I don't have anything for you there.
We have to ask you that question next week then.
That's right.
Thank you. And finally, how are you feeling about this weekend? Your thoughts for this track?
Yeah, Nashville's been one that's eluded us. Last year, I felt like it slipped through the cracks. We were super fast, so this is a really cool event, cool trophy that we're racing for, and it would mean a lot to get a win here.
Awesome. Thank you.
Honestly, it feels good to be still as competitive as I was in start one. I mean, that's what I'm most grateful for in all of this, is that 700 starts later, I still can go out here and win this weekend. So I'd love to. I don't know if anyone's won it in their 700, but I'd like to.
How much preparation are you doing for Mexico for the racetrack?
I've done a little bit thus far. I've put a few hours in, but most of that will come in the next week or so.
You're not going to do anything prepared?
I'm not soft like these guys. I mean, I don't know. I don't get bothered by heat, or I don't get exhausted. I know that air is thinner, all that stuff, but I know a lot of guys are preparing for it, as they should, but I will not.
Speak any Spanish?
None.
It's going to be uncharacteristically cool next weekend in Michigan. Is that going to affect the racing?
Well, it's going to make the racing tighter. It will give the track more grip, which means it'll race more like a pack style. I mean, it's not going to be a pack style, but it's going to keep the cars closer together. Drafts down the straightaway will be a little bigger. But other than that, I think it's, handling just won't be as big of a deal if it's a lot bigger. Yeah, it's just you're just always on the edge at this track. I mean, I feel it more here than I do at asphalt tracks, where asphalt tracks I feel like my car's kind of dug into the track. A lot like Dover, it feels like your car skates across the track here. So, to me, having your balance right it's more paramount, I feel like, here than most any racetrack.
Will you go home tonight?
No, no plans to right now.
The season tournament's coming up in a week straight in Atlanta. Excited to race for $1 million?
I was really excited until I saw the tracks on it, and so I think with you got a super speedway, you got some road courses in there. I mean, truthfully, we're gonna have to get pretty lucky, or have such a good draw that it just things kind of work out. I wish it was more conventional ovals, but that's just the way the schedule works out. It's unfortunately not probably my prime part of the season.
Can you attribute your success and longevity during those 700 starts to being with one team the whole time that is one of the juggernauts of the sport that is giving you everything you need to succeed?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of it. Absolutely. I mean, it's you don't take for granted that you're driving for one of the top three organizations that essentially wins all the races. That plays a lot into the statistical, columns that have gotten filled throughout my career. So that's certainly been helpful. But I think most of it has just been my ability to and willingness to adapt, to just different scenarios, different cars, different tracks, different aero packages. Just, I never stop learning. Every racetrack I go to, it could be the 25th time I'm going to it, but I guarantee you I'm taking something there this weekend that I hadn't thought of or hadn't approached that way in the past. So.
My Place Hotels is proud to be the official hotel partner of Frontstretch. With plush beds, in-room kitchens, and pet-friendly hotels, My Place makes for the perfect pit stop when traveling. Frontstretch fans can use promo code Frontstretch to save 10% on your stay at any of our nationwide properties. Sign up for our Stay Rewarded program to get even more savings. With My Place Hotels, don't just stay, stay rewarded.
Steven Stump of Frontstretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.